Nah, you know what's crazy is I just sent my mom and my sister a reel last night of like this ritual someone was doing, and there was just open flame just all over the table. And no hate, but I was like, girl, I would burn my fucking house down. And you know what I'm doing right now? I'm sitting with a candle in my lap. So, hey, what's up? What's happening? How's it, cuz? How's it? My bradas, my titas. That pulled out a little something in me. Can I just say to be very careful with if you're gonna use the term cultural appropriation, which some people, in fact, really fucking do that shit. They just mimic. But I feel like I always get swide. I feel like I always get swide. I just keep getting swider and swider. Sideswept in that shit because I'm not really conforming to anything. And I grew up here in the islands. And I mean, I learned so much different shit that, like, sometimes I don't even know what is what and what comes from where. But there's a reason for that I've noticed in my life. Because there's some of, like, the same things in, like, different cultures, different religions, different spiritualities, but then they're like doing the same thing, like the exact same thing, like the exact same thing. And then there's times where it's like different words or different like objects or practices or whatever. So please just be careful with that, because if you get too caught up in what is and what isn't, and what people's intentions are without speaking to them, which if you're speaking to them, whatever, right? But like, I just mean in general, don't let things like I don't, you can say the same thing with rage bait too. I don't think people are genuinely trying to like they rage bait themselves and they somehow transmute it and then pop it back out into the world. And it does be rage baiting some people. But sometimes you can look at it as a domino effect of people finally being pushed to speak their truth. Because how the fuck are you supposed to find a resolution? 333. How the fuck are you supposed to find a resolution for whatever the fuck is going on? With love, in peace, in harmony, right? If nobody is saying that shit, like the shit that upsets them. You don't gotta be all harsh. You ain't gotta tell somebody they're wrong or they're fucked up or they're a bad person or this or that. You can just be like, something about that bothers me. And I don't know why. And when you approach things like that, you can bridge communities. This is not where I thought the message was gonna start or go at all. This is not what the video was supposed to be about at all. But it was. Because I'm not always the top authority. Girl, okay, hold on. Girl, hold on. Hold on. You can bridge the communities because when you don't attack people, they're more likely to see where you're coming from. Now, if you're trying to talk to somebody and they do kind of like take it as an attack, there just might be a reason why. There might just be an in-between there, Remember that you're not the only one with pain and trauma. We all have it, and it can all draw out at different times. And it's important to see each other and show up for each other in those moments. You know, sometimes things may rub you the wrong way, but just give it some time before you react. Unless you know 100% for sure it's divine rage. And within divine range. If you are given permission to do a certain thing, but then you take it too far, 555, you are going out of range. Don't go out of range. Don't go out of range. You can move the range, you can rearrange, but it's not always up to you. There's more than one marker for the perimeter, the parameter. Thank you to everyone who has been showing up and helping me within the dream world, even though some of you have me confused as fuck. Because you don't talk to me in real life. But somehow, I always end up participating in some type of event you guys got going on. And I love it. I love it. It just makes me sad when I wake up. So, and not all of you are like that, just to be clear. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. You are all doing fantastic to keep up with me while I try to fucking keep up with myself. 7-Eleven! Okay, so the message that this was supposed to be. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm not sure if this is the right time to be filming the video, but we hammers over here, and we rip that old skin off. We shed, fucking shed that fucker. Shed that fucker! Okay. When releasing sexual trauma, whether you are a baby girl or a baby boy, this, oh man, you gotta plan it out kind of as best as you can, because it's like a flare-up, right? Like, except or like going into surgery. Like you sometimes, when you are healed, when you are experienced with your healing and confident in your healing capabilities, your cycle, your flow, whatever you do, things do shift. Like, different scenarios do often like need a different variety or like a different combo, a different song. Sorry, I'm like thinking about sorry, I'm thinking about all the sauce flavors that I love. Sorry to interrupt this message with an important piece of information. I am thinking about BK's zesty sauce. Just so you know. I just need you to know that. The divine needs you, God needs you to know that I'm channeling God, and God says Burger King zesty sauce.
I'm sorry, I just don't think it's ironic that
the day I get my ma'i, I also get zesty sauce and onion rings and a crown that says fiery. That was a surprise. And my blueberry coffee. You don't even understand. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-656-0600. I just put zesty sauce on my blanket. Get this handy beneficiary planner free. 1-800-656-0600. Call now. I hope this doesn't give me diarrhea. Bye. I'm going home. I'm going home. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Okay. Let me get my shit together. The Empress card came out too. So we got the Knight of Coins and the Empress. There's gonna be vomiting. There's gonna be diarrhea. There's gonna be coughing. There's gonna be sweating. It's literally a detox. When you detox from trauma, and this is why, on another note, some of you know how I handle different types of perceived addictions and substance or human abuse, give or take. The problem is the root. If you can heal the root, they can have a healthy relationship with the person or the substance, no matter what it is. It is completely possible. It's about matching a vibration, 1111. I promise. Just focus on yourself. Keep doing your own thing. Because it's not just about you. Okay. Oh, we have some dreams popping up. Good God. No! The tower is at the bottom of the deck, confirming what the fuck I was thinking, which I don't want to tell you guys yet. I'm sorry. They'll tell you for me. Strength and the 10 of coins. Because the true strength is the ability to, like, forgive and be kind and shit. Like, to have patience is to be strong. It's not just about pushing through everything. It's being able to sit still and steady as the waters, the winds, the dirt, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is for you, as they, like, it's like sitting through a sandstorm, just so fucking still, fucking bulletproof. The only thing that can kill you is the putting out of your fire. I get it, because you wanted to reach this point. 1313, you wanted to reach this point. You have reached this point, but you've been wanting to reach it for so long, and you felt like you got there, and there's just was a lot to sort through, a lot to handle, which makes sense, because in the heat of the moments, in the emergencies, in the turbulence, in the tensions, to act within your highest self and for the highest good of not just you, but for the people around you. they just showed me a memory. I need a moment, please. It's like, there's all this stuff you wanted to do. There's all these projects you have, all these things you want to create, all these people that you're trying to nourish and nurture and provide for, while also simultaneously providing for yourself and keeping that balance so nobody can come back and tell you you're too much of a giver, you're too weak, you're too open, you're too soft. Fuck that. You want to provide for yourself. And when you do that, you know, once you get there, you'll be able to do it for other people. You know that you always have what you need. That if you need to modify a recipe, it's for a good damn reason. In order to move forward into that energy of the things that you know that you are destined to do, the things that you are destined to create, you have to sit within the trauma and release it. If you are closely enough connected to the person who is releasing, you will get symptoms as well. This can be due to you having a sliver of something that needed to be released along with them, like a similarity. It could be just because you give a fuck about them. Not everybody's meant to do this. So a lot of people, you'll go to them and they'll say ground, 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 ground. But grounding is to connect you to the land, to tether you to this earth while you hold on to them. And you know what the hardest part about hearing people say that it's not personal, ground, this, that, like, you'll speak your truth and people will just be like, well, that's just, but that's just you, right? Like, that's just you. And well, damn, well, fuck, well, very well, maybe it could be, but then why are you projecting the same message still if you know that I'm a part of that? Even if I'm only one person in a whole group of people and I tell you my story, right? And when you are in that place, it is important to discern what is best for the good of all. Is it best for you to leave so that all of these people can receive that message? Or are you the one person picking up on something that is a much bigger problem? Especially if this person was physically, this energy, this entity, whatever it was physically present in your life, whether it was a job, a boss, a friend, an ex, whatever it was, okay? Okay, we're crossroading it. Hold on. Crossroading it in my terms, like in my definition of what a crossroads is. We're bringing into different storylines. So even if you lost someone who you had a loving relationship with, pet, husband, wife, you may just get random moments of just this fear where it feels like you're so connected, but it's bent. And everything's all intertwined and tangled. And you'll feel the pressure going in and out. And then it'll just squeeze. So you're so scared. And you're gonna find your modality for that, whether it's prayer, whether it's calling a friend, whether it's journaling, whether it's reading cards, whether it's smoke work, whichever way that works for you, cooking, like, don't let what time of day it is, what you're supposed to be doing, what somebody told you to do interfere with your release process. It's scary. It's scary because, well, if I hid this for so long, or if people didn't know and then I say, then like, or I already told this story and the results weren't, obviously, if you're still healing from it, you know, the cycle continued instead of broke. And it's hard to forgive people who had the opportunity to heal you. But when you recognize that giving people the opportunity to heal you is a gift, whether they take it or not, whether they know how to or not. Because let's be fucking real. 555. What I was saying about the situational thing and the different combos, we don't always know how to heal ourselves either. And that's why we can have patience and forgiveness. This is how you stay loyal and humble and don't let that shit get to your head where you're too far. I don't see any of you doing this right now. Where you're too far ahead into God mode, where you just start creating judgments on people and shit like that. You know what I mean? And like people like that are like necessary sometimes, and they be saying truth. Like I connect with them too, you know what I mean? Like I be petty sometimes too, but as my brand and business, right, that's more personal for me. Unless I really have to crack down, I really try not to like push anybody out or disturb anybody unless it's super necessary. Because I know I just kind of do that shit naturally on accident, on purpose, accidentally on purpose anyway. So much in the lungs. Not really like physically, like, well, like not like, it's very energetic. It's very energetic, and that's why breath work can help. And when it does manifest into like a physical thing, like maybe phlegm or whatever, breathing will help bring in the oxygen, expand, and just like help those things flow. Remember that massage, even muscle building, strengthening, all of endurance, all these things, consistency, like it doesn't have to be so rough. It can be very smooth. You could wake up every single day and kiss yourself on the forehead. And that could be the one thing you do. You could not even do it when you wake up every day. You could fucking forget and do it at least once throughout the day, but at a random time. And guess what? Guess what? That's consistency. It's like you built your fucking net by hand, all right? Let's look at, like, we'll think of my friends. Like, let's say it's like a ninja course or something, and there's like a big block and you're supposed to jump off, right? Jump off over a pit of alligators. God. Or some shit, okay? And the netting, you fucking weave that shit yourself. You found the best fucking material and you fucking weave that shit yourself. You fucking secure it at all, right? You have your safety team. You got people in boats for just in case you fall into the alligator pit. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. You finally do it all. You're so prepared. You're so hype. You're so brave. You get to the top and you're like, what if all of this fails me? What if I didn't secure this side, this one piece, this one part of rope? And that's where I land a certain way and it just is enough to fucking fuck the whole thing up. What if I fall into the alligators and then my friends try to save me and they get fucking eaten by the alligators too? What if my work didn't work? What if I failed? And by this point, you realize you've already jumped and you're already falling and the net's already caught you. And you open your eyes and you are in the fucking boat with these motherfuckers. And you're going. You're good. If you try to run away from the pain, from the uncomfortability, if you try to just get the coughing, the vomiting, or the shitting to stop, the pain to stop, also possibly if you're still in that stage of removing it from your muscles, don't run away from it. Don't try to distract yourself. You got to sit, like touch it, like sit with it. You know what I mean? Like whatever emotions or feelings come up with that, 11:11, face it. Just face it. Give yourself flowers. Buy yourself like buy yourself back. Okay. I had a friend in Arizona who told me that he sold his soul. I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. But let me tell you, the shit that we experienced, I believed him. And at the very least, I knew that if he didn't, there was something around him. And I remember telling him that I don't give a fuck. Like, there's a way to reverse it, and I'm gonna figure it out. If he wants to not do that like if he wants to unjoin the gang, right, like we'll find a motherfucking way. We'll find the safest, smartest, most impossibly possible fucking way possible. When you treat people like humans and you truly care for them, not completely disregarding the abuse, but loving them back to life, you push the pain out of them. You push the things out of them. You transmute the energy within them. You help guide them to transmute that energy within them. Because if they really love you too, you know, like they're gonna take what you say seriously. This helps protect them. This can help release them from entities. This can help push any entities that are in them out. There's a difference between like divine rage, human rage, and like evil. I do believe, start at the bottom, I do believe that it does take experience to be able to tell just by looking into someone's eyes. I think that a graduating point for soul recognition within the eyes is if you are looking into someone's eyes and they either go completely black, or you'll see like a movement in the eye where it's like you can see that it's like switching. And I do have evidence of this because I have had someone's spirit guide enter them to channel to me. And the eyes and the voice and the vibration coming from the body was different. If you are helping people who have had really intense spiritual energies and forces they're being released. I know that's kind of just what I said, but I felt like I was more explaining it, and this key card came out. Whether you feel you are in the right or the wrong, whether you feel like you're good or bad, I want you to understand that when you love yourself and you love the people around you, it doesn't matter. No matter how much stronger you think someone is than you, it doesn't matter. It's not all about strength. Do you got the technique? Do you got the key? Do you know how to maneuver the key? Is there a secret lock? Is there a secret lock or compartment within you that you may be refusing to face that could be keeping a certain person or energy or entity attached to you? And I'm using entity because I will say like oh, business entity, like, but in this case I mean like paranormal stuff. So I think this one, do you guys know which one this one's inspired by? Do you? It's inspired by Little Miss Fortune. This fox guides her, right? He leaves her little notes and hints, like giving her little keys. So with this bouquet, the Little Misfortune and the fox and the skeleton key here, that tells me that, especially if you've had someone who died recently that has your back, that knew how to call their own shots. So when you didn't want to call your own, they were pretty helpful. Or sometimes they would call a shot better than you and you'd be like, damn, I gotta go that direction for sure. They're giving you your flowers. You may, okay, if you see a plant or like some type of greenery, some shit, earthy fuck that you've never seen before, or, okay, it doesn't have to be flowers. It could be like if, I don't know, if like you and this person were like connected to cars or something, like the toy little cars, like you're gonna see one that either 1818, you're gonna see one that you've either always wanted or that you've never seen before. It's gonna captivate you. There's no way you're gonna fucking miss it, and you're gonna feel it. And that is your congratulations. That is your turn the key. That is your start the car, slam the fucking pedal. You were scared because you crossed the finish line and nobody was there, but that's because you're fucking so far ahead. You're so far ahead. You're so far ahead in your own way. Don't let that make you feel like you're isolated, because altogether it's a constellation, okay? You're okay. It's okay. Whatever you think is falling apart around you, Clover, it's all coming back together. Okay. Fucking Lucky Charms ass motherfucker. We just a bunch of Lucky Charms ass motherfuckers over here. It's okay to be happy and overjoyed and also like fuck ass, like at the same time. You know what I mean? Like throwing up and shit. Wisdom and death. Oh my god. Yeah. You're gonna be okay. If you feed into the fear too much, it will... Okay, so if you run away from the fear or the feelings or go too much into them, it can make it worse. And sometimes that's just part of it. Don't try to hold yourself back unless you really fucking have to. Like, don't shit your pants. But if you shit your pants, okay, it fucking happens to the best of us, my guy. I'm not even fucking joking. But okay, what else? What else? Okay, there's a mini scolding in here, but I'll say it the best that I can. You did everything you need to do. It starts yelling. I think I cannot do that. I guess that's just like a perk of being my friend in real life, is that I just get wild with it, because then you can like sense. I mean, I know you can sense shit, like, but it's easier if you can ask a question and I could respond in real time, like, so you're not just like, oh, what the fuck is that, and then just judging me by my fucking actions and shit. But 6 of coins, 7 of coins. No fucking way. No! 5 of coins. Whoa! And the moon. So you guys got the 6 of coins, the 7 of coins, the 5 of coins, and the moon. You did everything you need to do. Stop fucking questioning yourself. You working too damn hard. Be in your feelings, bitch. You Gucci. Hold on tight. Because you about to feel a lot motherfucking better very soon. 1 to 3 days of intensity. And then you can work yourself back up after that. Okay? And that's pretty quick. That means you're very strong. So don't stress yourself out. I will say one thing. I will say one thing. As if I hadn't been saying a million things in this whole video. This is kind of more for like my healers. And all that means is that you're just fucking conscious about it, okay? I don't care if... Oh, excuse me. Let me dial that back a bit, because somebody was just talking about this, and I don't want them to think that I'm, like, dissing them. People, even, like, the shittiest people that hurt you, they are still kind of, like, healers in their own way. But when I say healers, I just mean people who are aware and very committed to that part of them. And that could be any job. Any job. It doesn't have to be just like, come to my office, let's hold hands, you're going to be okay, ding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you could be like a freaking worker at McDonald's and be like, girl, wait, I'm sorry, did you say medium or small? And then just like being like nice and asking a simple question instead of being like, what do you want? Or like giving the person the wrong order. Like, that could heal somebody. Like, you know, you go around on your breaking point, someone just goes, oh, hi, and they walk away, and like, it's like, oh my god, I'm cared for. Like, yes, bitch, it really be that bad sometimes, and it's okay. Just because you're supposed to like help other people doesn't mean that you have to be like not ever needing help. Because that, when you let the people you heal you back, You want to talk about medicine? You want to talk about medicine? You want to talk about the fastest acting, strongest, most potent, dual person medicine? It's teamwork healing. There's a lot of people that denied your truth. They failed to see. They saw the one coin and said, fuck your one coin, bitch. But they didn't look close enough. And they didn't take your value into account. They didn't see all that was possible with this one coin. How much you could grow, how much you could build with this one coin. And that's okay, because you know, you've been caught up in your own shit before. You've been caught up in your own shit before. Look. The cards don't usually come out in reverse because I don't read them like that. But it did. The World and the Knight of Coins in reverse. A blah blah, a blah blah blah, blah blah, blah blah, blah blah. Okay. What? I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end the video. And then it's like, encore, because I always be fucking yapping. It's okay though. It's okay though. You know, I have something, about the non-healer thing. It's like you can teach people to be healers and then they might not choose that path, but at least they know how to do it and they know how to support you. Like, you know how you'll learn someone else's job just so you know how to show up for them? Like, that's the same exact thing. Like, you know, the amount of impact on the body, you know, the amount of impact on the soul and the spirit, the mental, and the external. All these moving parts. I gotta end this fucking message. Sorry, guys. Sorry if I killed the vibe. I didn't. I'm making sure. Girlfriend, 9 of Coins. Okay, the World and the Hierophant. You making sure you gutting that shit out. Ooh, you not leaving nothing behind. You ain't leaving shit behind. You cut. Girl. Okay, yeah. That one was very, very specific. But I'm so fucking glad I pushed to this point. I'ma just leave it with you. Cause fucking clearly you know what you're doing. Later, hammers.